What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, which it says about 65% of you watching are, what are you doing? Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Talk about stocks, investing. Also, don't forget, you can get 4 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app. Completely free money. And also check out the links down below to my podcast called Michael on the Mic. Today we're going to talk about Lucid Motors. Many analysts came out just the other day calling it the next Tesla 2.0, major competitor to Tesla, whatever you want to call it. We've heard this for a while now, but they give some reasons why, and they also go over what is going on with Lucid Motors at the very moment, what their valuation is, how they can live up to expectations. So let's just jump right in. First of all, according to Seeking Alpha, their article, they say Lucid Motors wants to threaten Tesla's electric vehicle business, and explains at the highest point, Lucid Motors was valued at $104 billion. And that was when it was around $60-something per share, and it had never sold a single car yet. That puts it valued higher than any car company in the world, basically other than Tesla. It was valued even higher than NIO, which has an extremely high valuation, higher than GM, higher than Ford, basically higher than almost every single car company, and they never sold a single car. So obviously it's very speculative. Soon, when the merger is complete, Lucid Motors stock ticker symbol is going to change from CCIV to LCID, and right now at the current price, sitting right around $23 to $26 a share, around there, $22 to $26 a share. This implies about a $36 billion market cap post-merger. Still a very high market cap. Still, when you put it into perspective, Ford Motors and GM aren't too much higher than that, and they sell hundreds of thousands, millions of cars every year. Lucid Motors has not sold a single thing, but they go over exactly why. So currently, if you're looking at the forward, let's say if you like to look at the fundamentals and the numbers, because a lot of people do, Lucid Motors, their current forward 2-year price to sales revenue multiple stands at 16x. So still, even with this lower price that we're seeing, Lucid Motors still has to execute pretty perfectly to get there, to justify their valuation. So as long as the company meets its guidance for 20,000 total deliveries for fiscal year 2022, that'll generate them about $2.22 billion with the average sale price of $111,000. So the one thing that Lucid Motors has going for them with their extremely high valuation is that their vehicles are very expensive. So if they're able to sell them, they don't need to sell nearly as many vehicles as NIO or Tesla or XPeng. They don't have to sell nearly as many vehicles because the average price is a lot higher, over 6 figures. So over $111,000 per vehicle is projected to be their average price. So that is the one thing that is going for them as long as they get enough demand. And it seems like they do because they've already had a full reservation book. Their order book is completely full for their first couple of models in terms of reservations. They said they filled those out completely. So it looks like the demand is there. And if it continues to be there, well, that'll be a really good sign for them because they don't need to deliver nearly as many vehicles as a company like NIO or XPeng or even Tesla because of that average price. So right now, many people are saying that Tesla could be, Lucid Motors could be Tesla 2.0, and they explain how it's because one of the main reasons could be the Saudi Arabia connection. Lucid Motors, they got a big investment back in 2018 from the Saudi Public Investment Fund of about $1 billion, and this was contingent on a couple of things, so it's really like a double-edged sword. It's good that they have the backing of the Saudi Public Investment Fund. That's great. They're going to be building a factory there, so like the double-edged sword is that they have to build a factory in the country, which has been struggling with a lot, and it doesn't have a lot of infrastructure in place to build out these factories. So while it is good they got this money, they are backed by the Saudi Public Investment Fund. The double-edged sword is that they did make a commitment in the contract when they got that investment to have to build a factory there, and that might have not been the best place to actually build a factory because of the infrastructure. There's not a lot of infrastructure in place for automotive companies there, and they're going to have to make do. They're going to have to make it work. Another thing they have going for them is their battery plan. So right now, Lucid Motors, they have a plan called Second Life, and that's with their reusing old batteries. So once batteries in old vehicles, once people drive them for a couple of years, once they lose 30% of their range and they only have 70% capacity, because as you charge your batteries over time, like when you charge a phone, if you charge it and charge it and charge it thousands of times, well, then eventually you can't charge it to 100% anymore. It charges to, let's say, 80, 70%, whatever it is. So they explain that once their batteries in their electric vehicles lose 30% of their range, these batteries will be replaced. Lucid Motors will take these in, and they're going to use them as another portion of their business to generate more revenue, and it could be loaded with AC converters for homes, to be used as backup power sources for homes and other supplies. So they're trying to reuse these batteries because they said their batteries are different in terms because they're bidirectional. The batteries in every single Lucid Motors car can be used you can charge another vehicle with it. If you see another person with a Lucid Motors vehicle on the side of the road, they're out of battery, you could go charge it. You just connect the two cars. These batteries, they're different because they are bi-directional. So you could power your home, you could power another car, you could charge anything. And they said that's how they're going to reuse it, generate more revenue in the future, because they're going to use that as an advantage to then remove the batteries and not waste them, not get rid of them, but then use it as an energy storage and energy business, which will be pretty big. So bottom line is right now, Lucid Motors has a lot going for them. They still have a very high valuation. And while they do have a high valuation, they're going to have to execute everything perfectly. But if they do, the good things are vehicles are higher priced and the demand looks like it's there. So if the demand is there, vehicles are higher priced, then they don't need to sell nearly as many vehicles as a company like Tesla or NIO or XPeng or Li Auto. They don't need to sell nearly as many of them to generate significant amounts of revenue. The other thing is with their battery business, Second Life, their plan to reuse these batteries, and their batteries have some competitive advantages because they are bi-directional, which is really nice as well. Third thing is with the Saudi Public Investment Fund. They got $1 billion from there with an investment. It is contingent on them building a factory, so that's a little bit of a downside because they might have not built a factory there if they didn't have to. But either way, there's a lot going for them. Still at the current price, they're valued at around $36 billion post-merger. Still implies that still means that their people are expecting them to execute perfectly. So it is high risk, high reward, but there is a lot of potential there for them to still do extremely well. But let me know what you guys think of Lucid Motors. I think it's, a very attractive long-term investment. It's high risk, high reward, but let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget, you can get 4 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.